Okay, let's get this session rolling. Welcome to the medication sessions. We're here in the Trojan, the van. Just spoke to Mila, which is nice because I thought I'd missed her call, so I sent her a video. And she's happy today on the way to kindergarten. So yeah, she's happy. So that's great. Yeah, a bit of faffing about this morning, but a much better morning than yesterday. Lots to talk about. So much to talk about. I wrote things down for the first time because I feel like I'm missing a few things, and I think I mentioned it before. I don't know if I'm targeting the mental health in these videos enough. It'll come, I suppose, but you know, I think things. I'm just rolling with it. But nevertheless, lots of things happened, and I'm going to try and get through them quite quickly as well, because that's important. Exactly what I'm not going to do. Exactly what I'm not doing now. So before we start, this whole happiness intro, as I said the other day, I was like, questioning it. So I got a new plan. First of all, let's get this bad boy lit. Let's get these medication sessions underway. Did you notice in the video yesterday, because I haven't watched it back, I don't really watch them back, only for the titles, but whether or not, I will watch this one back when I get time, to see the start of the video in comparison to the end, because I felt that I started off like, for me anyway, and finished very like, you know, like I'd had therapy, which is exactly what it is. So yeah, I was really pleased finishing that session yesterday and not continuing the day the way it started, and ended up being a nice day. I mean, I still feel like the kick in the balls from the nicotine, and you know, I still felt sketchy, but I was able to deal with it in a much more logical way, and it ended the day quite well. So here's my list. Firstly, I spoke to Guido. Guido phoned out of the blue like he does, and I thought about him during the day actually, but he phoned. And it was nice to talk to him. We just caught up briefly, and reassured me that some of the opportunities that I thought I'd blown in Munich are still there. So I'm really psyched about that. He spoke to the guy yesterday, and he's waiting for me, pretty much, you know, kind of. So I'm going to get on that, because that, you know, as I start to get healthy, I'm sticking to the plan, but as I start to get healthy, if I've got a job in Germany, even paying a quarter of my Dreamline, then that's something in place that I can roll with, you know, and get going. Yeah, get a place and basically kind of fix it all up. So and get back to Germany. So that was good news. Don't get too excited about that, and don't take that out of context, or, you know, start, oh, this could happen and that could happen. Let's just ask the guy, find out, you know, really what's on offer, and what the opportunities are, and then roll with it. So that was great, and I just want to say hello to little Mooney, Guido's daughter. Apparently she's watching the videos. Apparently I got a little fan in Mooney. So servus Mooney, wie geht's? Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think of some Deutsch. No, I'm not going to attempt to speak Deutsch on here, but Mooney, Dankeschön. So that was nice. Next on the list, as we go through it, oh man, flipping heck. A couple of days ago, when I was like one of my worst days, I didn't mention it yesterday, but the other day, I flipping killed a rabbit, didn't I? As I was driving in the countryside, it kind of like came out. He was in slow motion. I kind of saw this terrified little rabbit, didn't know where to go. Like, should I go there? Should I go there? And then bang, brown bread. So yeah, I didn't really know what to do. I pulled over. I don't think I've ever done that. I think I've smashed into a fox before, but back in the younger days, and we just carried on driving. So I just think that yeah, it's a sad thing. I stopped. I mean, I got really emotional because I'm emotional right now, and I cried my eyes out actually for a long time, if I'm being honest, and didn't know what to do. Just like, although it's a rabbit at the end of the day, but that's they have families in their little rabbit world, and it's sad to think that perhaps he was on his way, he was on his way back to the family or whatever, and it's a tough one to deal with. It really is. I just didn't, it's just another life. Anyway, yeah, just kind of just accept that, and I've never really killed anything before, so just a bit weird. The timing of it as well. It's like, what else could go wrong? I mean, it's on a selfish level, because the rabbit was... Anyway, maybe the rabbit had a bad day. Maybe the rabbit's a flipping rabbit murderer. And he just broken into another rabbit's burrow, eating the kids just on the way back after like a rabbit eating session, a ceremony. All like the other rabbits, boom, 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 and they sacrificed the. No, stop there. It's a wrap. All right. Well, anyway, that happened. So move on from that one. What's next on the list? Oh yeah, so spoke to Sam and Tom yesterday. I went to meet Tom as he was Sam or Tom were my nominations to go and see yesterday, as everyone's allowed to visit. So Sam's got a bad back, so he's out. So went for a walk with Tom, and we had a really nice chat. And I mean, it was typical me spieling, but I think Tom was happy to listen, and he gave me some really good comments. We had a really good chat actually. It wasn't all about me, but there's lots going on, and I want to get away from that being talking about me hopefully soon, as I get healthy and I can start. There's not so much to talk about, not so much going on perhaps, once I've got rid of some of this excess baggage. So, I forgot something. Okay, so, yeah, so let me just finish the Tom and Sam story. So basically, yeah, I was able to be honest with them about a couple of things. And Sam's an easy one. We spoke on the phone. Sam's is an easy one. And it's just the fact that he's got this, these problems with his body, certain places. And he's so smart, and so we're very similar. We go off through research, we learn things, and he's got a passion for learning. You can see that, and it's nice because you can talk about things, new things, interesting things. Like he sent me something this morning. Like I woke up, he wakes up, and we wake up at the same time. I think roughly. That sounds a bit weird, but you know what I mean. So then I'll get a message from him and something to see, and it's something about, it's on my phone, it's something raising or lowering something or other, a chemical in your body to trick your brain into doing something, whatever. But I can't remember. But it's certainly something I was like, wow, that looked good. Watch that later. Anyway, so he does all that, and he's been trying to fix his and Sam, I know you watch these, and so I hope you don't mind me telling this story, because I just think it's nice, because like the way we got to it. So yeah, and my thing was, I just wanted to say, and I've wanted to say it for a while, is that although I think all this research is great, I'd love you to go and see a physio and get everything just confirmed and backed up, and then you can then I believe you can fix yourself, and it's so nice because I was able to do that. And it's been on my mind for a long time. And it's only a tiny thing, but why am I trained to not be able to tell my friend something so easy as that? Weird for me. Weird. So naturally, Sam was like, "Oh, mate, yeah, exactly." In actual fact, what spurred it was the fact that he came out with it. So we're thinking on the same lines anyway. So this is why I'm telling the stories, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I'd said that, maybe Sam would have clicked with him and he would have gone earlier. Maybe not. Who cares? But just for me, for my peace, I'm happy that I've tried to share my thoughts with a vested interest in his health, and for the better, and even no matter what the answer is. I think it's because we all have our character traits and we all have our communication traits, and one of Sam's is that he is down the line and blunt, and I think it's a skill and I think it's great. But I think because of my fears and anxieties of communication that I've developed, sometimes I don't want to say things because I don't know how people are going to react, and I don't want a negative reaction. Sam doesn't give me a negative reaction, I think once in our whole lifetime, and that was recently. But that wasn't, we talked about that as well, but that was a complete metaphor for flipping the situation at the time. And it was just a tiny little thing. So that's the false platform that I'm basing that theory on, that I can't talk to Sam, or I wouldn't have been able to say that to Sam. I hope I'm making sense. So I apologise for that, Sam, and I won't do that again. And even if it's a sensitive subject, I think we're on a level, bro, ski. So yeah, and I think you do the same with me. In fact, I know you do the same with me, because that is one of your skills. For example, a simple thing like if I was at his house and it was getting too late, let's just take a random example, and Sam's not the kind of person to sit there and spend the night there with me or anybody just for the sake because they want to stay there. He'll say, right, that's it, bedtime for us now, nice one for coming around, see you later. Whereas I've always struggled with things like that. It's such a simple thing. It's just looking after yourself and being in control, so anyway, that was a bit of a long one on that one, but so Tops felt good, simple thing, felt good. Then I went to see Tom, and Tom and I had a conversation, and we talked about this openness and honesty and my challenge to my friends and family to be open and honest to me, which I don't think I did as a full-on challenge, but I will do soon. And perhaps let's try and be open and honest with each other, and let's lay out the playing field. And it was interesting because Tom and I have got a mutual friend who is a character, and and in certain elements we don't spend too much time with him, both of us, for whatever reasons, but reasons that we've manifested in our heads and perhaps aren't true, perhaps are, whatever, it doesn't matter, there's no right wrong, remember. So we talked about that, and very interesting to see how he feels, and I think he got into it. I think he enjoyed it. We did a bit of role play, and I was the guy, and he was, he was Tom, and he was like, right, let me be honest with you. And it's great because when Tom gets going, he does get going. I think he feel better for it, just even offloading that to me. So we had a good chat. It was really nice walk. We went on Strava. We probably did double what was on Strava, but I forgot to put Strava on. So anyway, a few kilometres towards the target to get to Mila. So that was cool. So then sticking with the honesty, holy moly, flipping heck. Speaking about the honesty, so I've gone home, still waiting for the chat with my dad, but that's going to come. I'm just not ready, not yet. So that's going to come. I'm easy on that one, no problem. So I was talking to my mum, and Mila. I had a conversation with Mila, and I gave the phone to my mum, And I know that there's something not there with that situation, and it's always annoyed me. It's annoys Veronica. We can't understand why they can't. We've never been able to understand why they don't make, in our opinion, more effort, and that's my gripe. I think I'll start with that. Let's say. I will in a second, but the phone call made me really upset because of this sketchy mindset I'm in right at the present moment. Yesterday, not today, but. And I made a shitty comment, like when she gave the phone back, because she didn't really want the phone. She was like, hello, and it's difficult, right? So I'll get to these points in a minute. So she gave it back, and I made a shitty comment, like, yeah, darling, there's your one call a year from your nanny, or something like that. It was terrible. And I went off and thought, oh God, where am I? Where am I at? Jesus, where am I? So I thought, nah, I don't want to live like this, do I? I don't know what she thinks, and why am I getting stressed for something I don't know about? So after the call, I went and spoke to her and asked her, set it up. Are you ready for something? And she said, yeah. And bless her, she's doing really well. I must admit, she's doing well, allowing me to talk and me to say some sensitive things. So props to you, my mama. This is good work. So I was able to just basically say, look, I don't think that you've got a connection with Mila, for whatever reason, and I think that if you were honest, you could probably, my fake manifested version of events would be that, you could be honest and say, look, we've got 9 grandchildren, and we don't have a connection with Mila because of the distance and the German thing, and Veronica, and that's and I'd say, for me that's like, oh, thank God for that. Is that all it is? And then say, look, we struggle with it, so how about we kind of we'll try go once a year to Munich for a weekend or so, and we'll try and phone once a month as a connection thing, but please, please just understand, and you don't have to be stressed that we don't care. We love her to bits. I get it. I mean, it's difficult. I'm not struggling with a connection, that's for sure. Don't get me wrong. But it's difficult with a language barrier, and for sure you miss things, and and it's hard. But obviously I've got me and Mila are one, so we're all right. But we're never, we're not going to lose that. But yeah, I understand, and I just wanted to let her know that I understand, and I'd rather just be open and honest about it, and that way there's no resentment, fake manifested versions of events that are just completely separate. So I said, look, for me, I still think though, as much as I understand, I still think you should make more effort for Mila, So I suggested, that idea of, in fact, I'll just leave them in. I suggested that idea that you can set these calls up. You can, set it up in your diary. She loves a calendar. She loves a. What's that? A little blemish. It's like having a mirror, so I forgot I was recording then. Yeah, she loves a little diary. She loves a little planning. So plan it. Put it in her. Last Friday every month, phone Mila. Christ. Anyway, so yeah, we had a great chat. She appreciated it, and hopefully she does something about that. So that's nice. Boom! The cannabis clinic have finally got my notes from the Prairie. I spoke to Sophie, and looks like the appointment will be set for next week. There's appointment slots for next week, so everything's in their hands now. So yeah, I think things should start moving faster, a little bit faster. So hopefully some action next week. Yeah, all in all, the therapy day yesterday. Oh, I went home. I got this box. Now I've got a box instead of a bag with all my stuff in it. Protein shake, cereal, sandwiches, all that jazz. Supplements, and now it's in a box, so it's all tidy. I ordered a new protein shake because Sam gave me one, which I really, really appreciate, and I think I'm going to keep it forever. But it's really terrible. It doesn't screw up properly, and it's a bit of a drain. But when you're at the bottom and somebody spares you of anything to improve your life, because I wasn't using a shaker before. I didn't have one, didn't have any money to get one, and these are the sorts of things that I'm focusing on at the moment. And when I'm thinking about buying things and wanting things, I'm thinking, well, actually, hold on a minute, this is what I'm trying to do, and I'm having a little bit of success with this. This is a lifelong habit to change. So yeah, just to think, like, do I need it? Firstly, I'm going to categorize things like luxuries and, necessities. And I'm actually going to take stock of everything that I've got and go, right, actually, like, let's try and align my possessions with my therapy and my well-being. So, for example, these headphones here. So music is part of my therapy. Communication is part of my therapy, talking to my friends and Mila, and I use these are gonna be used things. I've only started using them recently, and I wouldn't know what to do without them, but I'm finding them very useful, and I want to continue that. But they're not very good quality. Naturally, I want what's the best out there, and I believe that Beats are probably going to be a good option. Watching the documentary recently, I want to be listening to what Dr. Dre listens to and what he puts into that music. That's the thing I want to listen to. And they're quite expensive. So anyway, I'm like, right, well, now it goes on my list. Let's go get some. Let's work hard, get some, and I'll probably order them one morning when I wake up. Not flipping thinking straight, just because there's that amount of money in the bank account. Got to stop doing this. Which I am stopping doing, by the way. This is the right. I'm stopping it right now. Right now. Don't do that. Don't buy Beats. These are all right. They're a drain. They fall off. They slip. They're not loud. They're not loud. When you have, there's loads of faults. Point is, they do the job. And my position right now, I'm flipping lucky to have that. So I don't need Beats yet, and I certainly don't need Beats when there's 200 quid in the bank, and I don't need Beats when there's £1,000 in the bank. In fact, I don't even need to attach the Beats to the money. Why am I attaching it to money? I'll tell you when I'm going to get Beats. I'm going to get Beats. I'm going to put it on my list of luxury items and treats, maybe. I don't know, something, rewards or whatever. Maybe I'll stick a monetary value to it. I don't know. I'm going to think this one through. Not too much, but, set a little target. Maybe like if I get some Beats when Acer is set up and I have 1,000 subscribers, because that will generate a 1/3 of my Dreamline, and give me a little bit of spare change for something to invest in, something for my therapy. And this is the point, I think, is my purchases and my material possessions should probably be based around the things that are important in my life, and that is what I'm calling this alternative therapy. How about that one? So with that, I bought a shaker. Yeah, sorry, I finished the story. I bought the shaker, and the shaker has got a compartment underneath, so you don't have to put it in a container or put it into the shaker and then pour the water on top, which always makes it messy on the bottom. So there, yeah, you unscrew it, but not just that, it's got a pills container for your supplements, so I can take my vitamins and brainzymes, because I like to take them throughout different days when I'm eating or when I'm not eating, with water, whatever. Talk about a good investment. Plus, whilst on the website, bulk powders, I think it is. Bulk powders, I think it is, yeah. I bought a 2.2 litre, whatever. One of those, like the water bottles that go on the machines. We'll turn that back up right way with a handle and reduce the size to, I think, whatever it is. It's basically the amount of water you should consume during the day. Handy or what? Instead of taking out 2 flipping 1.5s, rolling around the bag, falling, annoying. Just little tiny things. So for a couple of quid, fill up this water. It's your daily water dosage. Put some ice in it, whatever you want to do. If it's a hot day, let it rest over the day, and just keep taking nice sips of cold water. Oh, it can change my life, I think. And just this organisation now. So very pleased, and that's my point. Yeah, invest. That's what I think I'm going to do, and I'm also only going to buy things on Fridays. Maybe no, on a particular day. I'm going to have like an ideas day. I'm going to have because everything comes to my mind. I want it now. And I'm going to stop all that. So I'm going to have this. I use lists now. I'm doing it. So I'm in the process. I say I'm doing it. And it goes into a category for whatever therapy. And every now and then I can look at a category and go, right, what do I need for fitness? What have I, what's in the priority list? I'm looking at, I'd like to buy a yoga mat, and I think you probably get one for 3 or 4 quid, to be honest. And a block and a belt, but I've got a belt, so I can use any belt, and I've got of some kind of block that I can make, so I can use that right now. But it's on the list. So when it gets either annoying too much, because these things are annoying, and that's what I've noticed, it's when there's no need for these annoying things, because you can go and achieve something like a block and a belt, or probably yoga belt and things, but when the time's appropriate, and don't rush into it, and don't go and buy the best, and buy the best that you can afford. But anyway, I'm rambling. You get the point. So that's great. So sorry, I'm going to finish up now. And I just wanted to finish up with what I wanted to start on, because that's what kind of crap happens sometimes. This is a book called Stay Positive, and I'm going to show it to you here. And How to Unlock Your Inner Potential. And Gemma, Sam's girlfriend, who's an amazing girl, and Sam's flipping done well. She bought this for me around about Christmas time, and I was doing well, but in the old usual way. I was vibing, but not, if you know what I mean. But and I was really connected at that time. That's what I'm saying. In my history, I've had these times where I'm connected and I'm performing, but something stops me. This book, Stay Positive, was really a fascinating book for me, because it's filled with let me see if there's a it's I'll read the synopsis. Prepare to discover your inner optimist with this collection of simple tips for banishing the dark clouds and focusing on the good. Bursting with uplifting statements and inspirational quotes to get you looking on the bright side. This book will endow you with the powers of positivity and help you to become your happiest self. So you flick through the book. You flick through the book, and there's either pictures, quotes, little messages, or paragraphs and things like that to help you in your day. And it's set out in different categories. But what I found is, if you flick the book like this and just stop, just like this. Let's do it right now. I just did that. So that's where we stopped on this page here, and I haven't looked yet. But 9 times out of 10, what I found is it can be. I mean, maybe everything can be applied to your current situation, no matter what it is. And it's just me going, wow. But at the same time, it's just nice to open up a page and go, oh my god, that's really like I can see that, and then adapt. So here we go. So the page, this one's affirmations. So affirmations are simple statements that are designed to incite change or to strengthen us. You can probably still remember negative comments you were given as a child. Oh my god, we learn to believe things that are frequently said to us, so it's easy to think that these negative statements are true, but it's probably not the case. Affirmations use exactly the same mental process, but for the positive. They encourage us to believe good things about ourselves or the world and our place in it. They work best when they're in the first person and positive with no half measures. Why not give one of these a go? So these affirmations they're giving you for the day, which then what I was doing is then going doing that for the day, and today it will be to give myself the affirmations of, I believe in myself, I can do anything I set my mind to, I choose happiness, I can overcome my fears and follow my dreams. Speak your affirmations aloud every day. It could be first thing in the morning or last thing at night, or you could write one on a post-it note and leave it by a mirror. So that's what the book Stay Positive is a perfect example. I mean, this is exactly what I'm dealing with right now. And it gives me now, it's giving me that thought, why don't I give myself some positive affirmations today? I choose happiness. I believe in myself. What was it? I choose happiness. I believe in myself. I can do anything. I can overcome my obstacles.